How are you doing?
I'm doing. How are you?
I don't think I met you before, have I?
No, you Brandy. Taz is wanting to come because on your videos there was, that's not his real name. His name's not Tenacity.
Oh yeah, I didn't see.
He was like, I'm gonna show him my ID.
All right, so this is what I got here. We got, these are our lifters, adjusters, and then here's our rockers right here.
Okay, yeah, he showed me those. Those are kind of neat.
Yeah, I gave him the broken one so I could give him a better idea of, you know, the significance of them. Yeah.
I appreciate this.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I'm like.
Absolutely. I'm excited to do it. So.
And I'm just working from home today. So,
awesome. Yeah,
so
me too.
Right? Well, let me know.
Awesome. Will do. It was great to meet you. Hear that? Definitely not good. Well, these are a special treat. So guys, the ones that I suspected were bad was this one and this one. Here's the deal. I bought this tool specifically for this vehicle that said that it would fit no problem, and as you can see, it absolutely doesn't, in which I can't get it to fit. And this was like $60, so I'm not about to modify it. So we're gonna have to order the kit and see if we can't get it out with the kit. And if we can't, because it is very narrow because of these two rows right here, if we can't get it out with the kit, then I'm gonna have to stick with plan A, which was change the timing cover, change the timing chain, all the timing components, and then remove the valves, or remove the camshafts altogether and replace all of these rockers and valve adjusters. So I was trying to avoid doing that. I was trying to save the customer some money, but if I can't get a tool that gets just those rockers and lifters out, then, you know, that's what we're gonna have to do. So we'll be right back in about 3, 2. Okay guys, so brand new day and we got a brand new tool. Now take a look at this. It doesn't fit. It's supposed to fit in between these cam lobes, and look at that. Now here is the deal. There's a couple different ways you can do this. You can remove the oil pan and then replace the oil pump if that's what you want to do. Now here's the deal. The chain's not what we're after. Okay guys, we're just replacing it because I can't get to those lifters without removing the camshaft. So, I mean, and if you're gonna remove the camshaft, obviously you gotta take the timing chain off. If you take the timing chain off, it's obvious that you gotta replace it. I mean, I would never recommend taking a timing chain off and putting it back on. It's not a serpentine belt, okay? And here's the deal. I know you guys have seen a lot of my videos where, you know, the timing chain has been shit. I mean, at least 100 different videos is timing chain related. So, and about 80% of those 100 are because of tensioner issues. So don't ever put on a used timing chain. Should almost walked away and didn't even show you what we got. Okay, this is what we have here. We got our new chain, obviously. We got our guides here, very important as well. Obviously I showed you the tensioner. But ultimately, all of this is getting replaced for this. See that? Or actually even this. So we got 4 different ones. We got 4 lifters, and we got 4 rockers, and I only felt 2 that were bad. Hopefully there's not more. However, I did order some, so they are in stock, and if we need to, we'll go pick them up. But these are extremely expensive. So now that being said, guys, who wants to see what this bad boy looks like? So this, ladies and gentlemen, is exactly how it sets in. And this is the bad one that I felt right here. So this is ultimately what we're gonna be replacing these 2. We're after, guys, we're doing all of that to get to these. I was really being optimistic that I could get to that with my tool, but as you've seen in live action, not possible. But all in all, guys, it's a pretty straightforward job. And it's up to you if you want to remove the spark plugs or not. All that does is, you know, create less compression on the cylinder stroke when you're going. But, you know, I got enough muscle to power through that bad boy, so we're not going to do that. What we are going to do, however, though, is put this thing at TDC. That's extremely easy. I don't know if you can see, you see that line right there? There's one line right there, and then there's another line right there. And so we just got to match those 2 up, and that's it. And how we're going to line those up is pretty self-explanatory. So right here, just going to go straight to it. See that? And while we turn this bad boy, bada bang, bada boom. Right on the money. However, all right, here's the deal. I am going to take that. Everybody knows when you do timing chains, you have to at least take the cylinder one out, so that way you can verify that you're at TDC. Even though these are correct and the alignment mark, you definitely want well, it's actually going to be 3rd type of verification, because you also have these dots too that are timed as well. So, and here we go. And that concludes our broadcast day. So position matters. So you just got to get in the right position, and you'll be able to get them. All right, so here's the deal. Once that's at 12 o'clock, and then you go up here, and then those 2 are lined up. You see that there? So you go ahead and bust that nut off, and then give me that little wiggle action. There we go. All right, so you see all these 12s here? So we just got to go through and zip all these bad boys off. All right, so here's the deal, guys. If my calculations are correct, everything's released off of there, so we just need to find a good little spot here. All right, so it wasn't too bad. Jeez. All right, so it wasn't too bad. So these O-rings are gonna be frad. All right, but finally, the moment we've all been waiting for. So here is our timing chain. It's gonna be really cool to pull this bad boy off of here. Look at that bad boy. Dude, you guys wanna know something funny about this job? So I literally had to block some dude because, when we were friends on TikTok, it said we were friends, but I read a comment that said, dude, all you are is the parts changer. I've done like timing chains and all this other crap, right? So I look on this, obviously if I'm gonna get a comment like that and read it, it's not often that I read comments like that, but if I do, then obviously I'm gonna, you know, check the person's profile out. And guys, it was, I mean, I can't even give it mediocre because it was just ridiculous. I mean, and I was like, dude, why are you coming at me, buddy? I mean, you know what I'm saying? What the hell? There's like a dozen videos on there where he was like, okay guys, today we're doing timing chain on this, and yeah. And then, no, dude, there's nothing. There's like, it literally cuts to a car being started. All right, guys, that's it. What the just happened? The beginning of the video was a friggin' Chevy, and then you're starting a Ford. You know what I mean? Saying, oh, we're all done. Like, we're all done what? Getting the fuck out of there? Anyway, shame on you, man. I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed for you, actually. I don't deal with that stuff. I mean, there's enough people out there to spread positivity that I'll kick the negativities. Yeah, I mean, I just can't get out of there. Guys, literally everything on this vehicle switches from 10 to 12, 10 to 12, 10 to 12, 10 to 12. Everything's a 10 to 12. It'd be cooler if it was just one or the other, but no. Well, boys and girls, pleased to announce that's all cleaned up down there. So before I put the new timing components on, we're gonna get to the root of the problem. The whole reason why we're, the beau voyage, the icing on the cake, cherry on the sundae. Okay, I'll stop. 15 hours later. All right, so here's the deal. From here, we just got to loosen up all these bolts and then take these off very, very carefully and then make sure we don't mismatch anything. I think the weirdest head that I've worked on, to be honest with you, was a Toyota Prius. I don't know if you guys remember that video. It was one of my first ones, but I did a head gasket on it. And it was actually for our weatherman, for the local weatherman, which I thought that was a freaking sweet job. I mean, it was like my second month into business and I get a call from the weather guy. This is definitely a lick worn, you see that? All right, guys, well, we're finally here. So these things are freaking expensive. So the whole set is, it's like we're around $500–600 just for these lifters right here. About 4 lifters and 4 rockers, and we spent like a little over 200 bucks. And this thing takes 16, so. All right, here's the deal. Who has seen one of these before? Right, just a negative ground strap from the frame of the car to the engine block itself. But have you ever really asked yourself, what's the significance of that ground strap? I mean, what would happen if I forgot about it? Or even what would happen if I just didn't replace the broken strap? Well, here's the deal. I would be delighted to show you. Take a look. Well, guys, here's the vehicle that's not starting. And you see that? That's the ground on this starter. And here's the remaining voltage to the signal wire. Now, because there's no ground to the engine, there's no ground to the starter. Okay, guys, so out of all of these, I took them all out. And I found 2 that were bad, actually. This one, however, is the bad boy. So that one was our ticker. This guy was the ticker. All right, so using some fresh oil, obviously, we're just going to let these bad boys soak. You want a drink? Or you can just Willy Wonka style it. Who can take the sunrise? So as you see here, there's only one hole that matches that up. So, but how to get it correct on here is you see that little dot? And there's one right there, so. Well, that does hurt. All right, so here's the deal. After a little bandage there, we're going to install the correct ones. Look how pretty that looks. So these little ones get 11 Newton meters, and then these bigger ones get about 18 to 22. And here's the deal. If you're not familiar with this, it's gonna have 2 marks for the cams right here. Bada bing, bada boom. And then 1 for the crank. All right, would you like to see something beautiful? So we're lined up here. We're lined up here. Go below. Lined up there. So now what's next to do? So now, guys, what we get to do is something that I enjoy the most. And guess what? You get to do it with me. So let's take a look. Dun 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 dun. But here's the kicker on this bad boy. We're actually waiting on a couple O-rings for that oil pump there. Going on day number 4 now.